All right. So I ordered a used from Amazon warehouse monitor. It was a pretty damn good price. Um, it was, I don't know. It said that it's very good condition, just the packaging was damaged. It didn't say anything about the actual condition on the inside, but you can see it's like all open and taped back up and the box is banged up. But $316, I think? No, $360 for a $500 something monitor. I figured it was worth a shot to see how this one works out. All right, give me a second. I'm going to get everything ready. So yeah, I've had a lot of really good luck with Amazon warehouse stuff. I mean, my first computer, the one I'll show you later, the one that I'm replacing most of the stuff with, I got like half the parts from the Amazon warehouse. Motherboard, some of the graphics cards I use for like my mining rig. Actually, all of the RX 580s I got from Amazon warehouse, and they all worked really great. Then what else did I get from Amazon warehouse? I think that's all that I can think. Oh, the water cooler. I have a Kraken X62 water cooler on there. That was the only thing I've ever had an issue with, actually. This is all the peripherals. I'm hoping there's a display port. It looks like there is. So power cable. It still has the wrapping on it. It looks like it's been used, but it's probably in good condition. This display port cable says, I don't see a type on it, so I'm hoping it can handle the 1440p at 144 hertz, because that's what this monitor should be. Yeah, I could have swore this says it's the XG32V, and I ordered the 32VQR. I don't know what the difference is. Stop chewing on the box, dog. But I'm hoping I got what I paid for. This says like the V, or it just says V, and it says the FreeSync and the HDR like the VQR does, so maybe they just leave the QR part off for the packaging material. Get out of the way. Alright. But now let me open this up. Oh god. This could go badly. Move the box out of the way. I don't have a lot of room, as you can see. Here's the little bottom part. These are kind of nice. I was hoping they'd be RGB. Maybe this one is. I know like the really fancy 4K ones have RGB on the downfire light, but mine I have a 27-inch version, 1080p version. This is packaging. It's all fucked up. That one just has a red light downfiring, and this is the base. These things, the reason I wanted to get this one is because every other monitor I've got, I have a really small desk, and they're like wobbly, super wobbly. And the 27-inch version of this is not. It's sturdy, I can bump my desk, it doesn't shake the screen at all. It's really nice. So I wanted to get one with the same stand, or same style of stand at least, and then eventually I found this one, and it's always nice to have a matching set. Even though this one's 32 and that one's not. It looks a little dirty. So this definitely was used, not just like a damaged product that got sent, or like the box got damaged, fell off a forklift or something, and they can't sell it for full price. But yeah, all the stuff's taken off, all the little stickers and funky, ooh, look, we got this and this, it's great. Like mine when it came, it had a cover for this, and then there's like all the 1440 on that side. I have no idea if you can see this all, because my camera's not the greatest, because it's my phone. I hope I'm in frame. But yeah, here we have all the buttons. They're really nice. They have like a tactile feel to them. I don't think that's the right word, but they like, each one's different, so you can feel what they look or what they are without having to actually look around and see what each button is. And then there's also like when you press the button to bring up the menu, there's like a little on this side on the screen. It shows you like what each one is, so you can kind of feel it and be like, okay, that one, that one, that one. So it's really nice. I really like that feature. This is your RGB. This one on my 27-inch, this is closed. So now this actually looks like it has active cooling, which is nice. As mine is just like, I don't know if it has a fan or not, but this definitely is closed on mine. This is a little shroud for cable management and stuff. We got 2 HDMIs and a display port, DC in, headphone jack. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, but I don't know. Maybe it's decent. I doubt it. Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape for now. You know, I haven't turned it on yet, but that's the whole point. I'm gonna pick this up for a second. Oh shit! No. Okay, so what I was talking about, what I thought was really weird. If you look down here, that's the RGB light and controller little PCB. On mine, on my 27-inch, one of these is broken. I can't remember which one it is, but one of these is like broken in half. And I don't know if like maybe that's the reason mine's only red. It's my dog, sorry. Or if it's supposed to be like that even. So once I get this thing hooked up, it'll be nice to figure it out, like what's going on with that. I'm going to pause this, get some good editing thrown in there. Oh yeah, let me just show you. Here's the 27-inch. Sorry, my desk is a little dirty. It's a tiny desk though. It's like the IKEA Mickey thing. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. It's going to be interesting seeing how this fits. This one, I got a little room, like here's where the foot is. I got a little room to move it. Hopefully that's enough for another 31-inch monitor, 32-inch monitor. My trash cable management, sorry. There's my computer. I'm going to be upfitting that with a ton of new stuff. I got a 2080 Ti. It's like a mid-range EVGA card that I'm going to do a review on as well. And since I was getting the best card, I figured I get the best CPU. So I ordered a new motherboard, and well, it's not the best, and a 9900K. Those should be getting here Monday. I'm going to be taking this all apart. And yes, I will do freaking cable management, make it look nice. I had it, you can see before when I first set it up and only had one monitor, I had this really nice, it wasn't super nice, but it looked neat. Had all like the power cables routed down to it. Then I started adding more monitors and more cables and stuff coming off of it, and it started getting atrocious. But anyway, I'm going to take this apart, repaint it so it's more detailed than just the red stripes. I'm going to try to hydro dip like the fans on the XT or the X62 Kraken. I'm going to try to hydro dip the faceplate and backplate for the 2080 Ti, which is kind of pointless because eventually I'm planning on replacing with water cooling. But yeah, I ended up I was going to go with the ROG Maximus formula, ROG, I guess. But at the end of the day, the non-formula version was like $300 cheaper. And that's, once again, an Amazon warehouse. Pay me money. It was an Amazon warehouse deal. So it ended up being like, after, I think the motherboard itself was like $150 for a Maximus 11 Hero. So it's a this is the Crosshair 7 Hero or 6 Hero for the 370 bridge. I'm running Ryzen right now. And yeah, so sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I don't really usually talk to computers a lot. So I really like this board, even though it's like the first iteration of the Ryzen chipset. It has a lot of problems. I would have liked to see how the X50 or the 570 turned out, or even the 470. But switching to a 570 and getting like a 3900X or 3950X isn't really what I plan to do, because I'm not going to use this for anything more than gaming, really. So I just went with a high clock speed processor, and maybe I'll go back to AMD when they come up with their next line, if their clock speeds are better. 'Cause, I mean, they're outperforming Intel on everything but gaming right now. So, you know, all I'm doing is gaming, and unless I want to pay more, I gotta, to get better performance on Ryzen, you know, I'm just gonna go with the Intel i9 900 or 9999. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Yeah. I just straight up pulled a Jay's 2 cents and digressed the fuck out of that. Back to what I was doing, though. Hold up. Let me get some tools. Right. So I got it set up. It's working. I'll take some screenshots or try to figure out how to capture that. But you can see here, 200 or 2560 by 1440. Refresh rate says 143 hertz. Don't know why the adapter says 144. I don't know if that's just a thing. Color space, HDR, color format, RGB. I don't know what those mean, but everything's looking pretty good. I'm hoping the reason that this was in the warehouse is because, like, someone bought it, their wife or boyfriend or parents or whatever were like, why'd you spend $500 on a monitor? And they sent it back. Now I get it for $300. But yeah, there's no scratches on the screen. I didn't see any imperfections on the product at all. Styrofoam there. I really like the bezel on this one is way different from that one. So, I mean, it still has the same effective area. So, like, there's a dead space of the screen on all three sides. But it's not covered with plastic like the 27 inches. Let me turn that a little bit. So yeah, the dead space is still there, but it has like a plastic wrap around it. As with this one, the screen, like the anti-glare coating plastic, whatever it is, goes all the way to the edge, and then there's kind of a dead space. So, I mean, it looks nice. I don't know what I prefer, honestly. I kind of like the screen area going to the edge of the screen cover, but I don't know, it's not bad. Let's play some fucking games on it, bro. Let's see here. Let me play one. Let me see what I can get on Shadow. Or not, I don't think I have Shadow. I think I have Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Grab my little controller. So I have a 1070 Ti right now. It's overclocked like to the max, right? Pretty much that I could get it stable. It's a pretty decent overclock too, because it's the MSI Gaming X version, so it's got a big ass heat pipe or heat sink and everything. So, I mean, there's better cards, but that's pretty good, you know. For not having water cooling, that's pretty freaking good. I'm gonna do the benchmark. I have it still set at Ultra for 1080p. I might have to turn that down, because like at 1080p, 144 hertz, I was getting like around 100 to 110 on this test with my 1080 or 1070 Ti, excuse me. So I'm curious to see how my card does at 1440. Same settings, and then I'll go and tweak a little bit just so I can get, you know, better capabilities. I don't have FreeSync on. I found that FreeSync or G-Sync, I guess, since I got a whatever the hell it is for NVIDIA, I had it turned off because it limits my. Sometimes it'll limit my FPS. So like if I am in a game that can do more than 144 frames per second, it kind of like limits it at that, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, or maybe I'm just crazy, but I felt like I was getting higher frame rates with the FreeSync or G-Sync, whatever, turned off. So I might turn it back on to this one, or once I get my 2080 Ti. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I was getting some weird stuttering on my. That doesn't make any sense at all. Did I turn the graphics down? I was getting some weird stuttering before on Ultra at 1080p. So the fact that I just got 124 on 1440 makes me think that maybe I did turn the graphics down. So let me check the settings. Oh, I've got my controller. What am I doing? Display. Oh, it's still a. There we go. That's why. So yeah, V-Sync's turned off. Stereoscopic. Obviously, I don't need stereoscopic. DirectX 10. Brightness good. Apply changes. Okay, so 256 at 1440. Graphics. Make sure custom high. Oh. Let's just go all out, balls of the wall, very high. On everything. See what it does. See if I can break my stuff. Motion blur is on. Pure hair is on very high. The hair is very important. Lens flare. I hate lens flares. I don't know if that actually affects your performance, but fuck that shit. Screen effects on. Film grain on. Everything's go. Alright. Let's see how it does. So yeah, that first test was completely bullcrap. Here's the 1440 goodness. Yeah, this isn't even like the newest game, and it just looks really good. I used to be like console all the way, and then once I stopped mining with my like really expensive GPUs and was like, oh yeah, these are for games, that's right. I was like, oh damn, these are for games, and I don't think I'm ever gonna go back, man. I don't know, maybe next gen consoles will be off the chain. But yeah, like this is the part I was talking about. At ultra high settings on 1080p, I was getting some weird stuttering there, and I think it might have just been that that was on my old hard drive. So my I had like a 125 gigabyte NVMe, and so my games weren't on it. They were on just like an old ass. Actually, it's not that old. It just was like a freaking one of those passport external drives that I took apart. So 80 frames per second. That's not bad for overall score. Average. So yeah, probably I'm gonna turn on the FreeSync for this one. Just because I'm getting nowhere near 144 frames. Honestly, I don't even know what that is. Like, do I need to be able to get 144 FPS to play at 144 hertz? Is it supposed to be one refresh per frame? Is that like the golden rule? Do I just need to get close? Do I need to get like 72? So I have 2 refreshes per frames at 144 hertz type thing? Because I mean, I'm doing that. I don't know. We'll see. I really need to start figuring out how to do like captures. But yeah, I think this is probably already going to be pretty long, so 9 minutes. But yeah, Amazon warehouse came through. I just really like the setup for these monitors. Let me go. They're just really nice. Here's what I was talking about, that earthquake test. See, like, it's mostly me shaking the camera that I'm holding more than they're actually shaking. And like that piece of crap. And then that one I ended up mounting on the wall because it was even worse. But yeah, I really like the setup. I think it looks pretty good. Once I get all the cable management and everything set up, it'll be good. Excellent monitor.